These holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, they are the hardest when you live in a vehicle because everything is closed. The coffee shops where I hang around and get my internet, they're closed. The gym where I get my shower, they're closed. Even the big box stores, they're closed. The parking lots are empty. I can't just hang out in the parking lot. I'd stick out like a sore thumb. There's just nowhere to go. I did have a meal with some loved ones earlier today, but now I've been driving. It's twilight. It's going to be dark soon. I'm just going to drive around some more and be alone with my thoughts, I guess. Figure out where to sleep tonight. Thank God there is a gas station open here. At least I can get something to drink and gas station food if I need it. Thankfully, I got some coffee in there. Thank God for gas stations being open. But I went for a little drive. I've gotten myself into a little bit of trouble. I'm deep in one of these mountain towns. I went down a road. There was a road closed sign. I thought I could just power through that, but it looks to be getting a little bit sketchy up ahead. I think I'm gonna take advantage of the isolation here and turn on my floodlights like that. Check that out. It just makes all the difference in the world. I love those things. I love being able to use them, but there is some debris on the road here. Oh, I don't think there's really any way to turn around, so if I come to another encounter, a log across the road, I'll have to move it or I'll have to do a very long reverse. I think this is a good use of time for a holiday. When you live in a car, everything's closed, just drive. I mean, you have wheels, just drive, just explore a little bit. You do need to explore to find places to sleep, you know, stealth spots. If you're outside a city like I am right now, you gotta spend some time doing that. All right, there's a place I could potentially reverse if I needed to. So far, I'm managing. I think they just closed this road, you know, for the winter just to scare people out. And it hasn't really snowed too much yet. It's exactly 32 degrees Fahrenheit outside, 0 Celsius. So I can't tell if this water on the road is ice or not. I am a little bit nervous about that, more nervous about anything else. But I think I have 2.5 more miles to go until I'm back on pavement. So far, so good. All right, we are back to where the houses are. I made it. That was kind of fun. That was an adventure. Right up here on the left is that field. Oh, look at this bird right there. Yeah, that's an owl. That was kind of cool. Wish I zoomed in. But up here on the left, there is a field that I often shoot the sunset of Mount Greylock, that whole ridge line. I do have friends, loved ones in the area, so, you know, if I need to crash at someone's house, that's always an option here. I'm not, like, completely, you know, on my own anymore. I have a network of people helping me out. But I prefer to sleep by myself in my van. I prefer to find my own place to sleep. A big problem with people like lending me their driveways, offering me places to sleep, I often don't know where I'm even gonna be until the evening of, you know. So if I have to phone in or like let someone know in advance that I'm gonna be in their driveway like early in the day or the day before, it's just, that's too much logistics for me. I like to have places I can just roll in, roll out on my own. Not have to warn someone, not have to ask for permission, you know. It's about independence. It's about freedom. That's a huge part of why I got into this van life thing. Not having to answer to anybody. Okay, so the road is a little sketchy here, but there's a house right there, so. Yeah, that is water. That is not frozen yet. Thankfully, it might freeze in the morning though. I got sick of driving. I pulled into a big box parking lot, a strip mall parking lot, and I'm just gonna chill here for a bit. There's exactly one other car here, so I'm not completely alone. Yeah, you know, it's important. Strip malls are a big part of van life. Just to have a place to sit and idle and chill. Read a book, read the internet, talk to someone on the phone and stuff. Can't just be driving and on the run all the time. Hopefully I don't have a problem. Like I said, there's one other car here for whatever reason. I'm just gonna chill for a bit, surf the internet, Maybe for a couple hours. I haven't had a chance to do that. I'm also super tired. I did eat turkey today, and that tryptophan is just kicking in hard and fast. I've been chilling here for longer than I care to admit. No one has bothered me. This is a great spot right under that light. It's like a bright moonlight coming in right here. This is where my head normally is, this end of the bed. I know it's dark, folks, but I'm thinking I'm just going to sleep right here. This spot is super chill. Yeah, I'm not having a movie night or anything. I am just tired. My belly is full. Good night, folks. I am so thankful for things to be open again. The coffee shop, Planet Fitness, all the stores and stuff. It's Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. I don't really need anything, but I felt like I should go out and look for deals just for the sake of it, you know. I actually have too much stuff in here right now. I need to give some clothes away. Thought about doing that tonight, but I don't know. I feel like shopping. Black Friday is something I used to do back in my apartment days. I used to love going out shopping. Not necessarily to buy anything, but just see what the deals are and just the whole experience of holiday shopping. I think I'm going to do that right now. I was either going to go to Walmart, the Target up here, or I might drive all the way down to some premium outlets in South County. I'm going to think about it as I get my post-workout sugar right now. First stop, Dick's. I thought I'd look at some sporting goods, a step up in quality and selection from Walmart. I'm looking at this right here. It's a Yeti bag, but it's waterproof. This is way bigger than the waterproof bag I have that I take with me when I go out kayaking. This is like twice the volume. I could actually put everything I need in the boat in here. I even like the clasping mechanism at the top. Yeah, it's so out of season though. I won't be kayaking for like another 6 or 7 months. That's the thing, to get some of these deals, you have to buy stuff so out of season. Now this is more my kind of stuff, all this camping gear. They even have some of the propane cans here that I use. Look at this, a 2-pack for $8.50. This is by far the cheapest I've ever seen these things. I'm gonna grab myself a pair. They also have the little buddy heater that I have, the one with 1 can. They make an even bigger one with 2 cans, but it burns in the same amount of time. It lasts like 3-4 hours, so there's no benefit to the 2-can one. This one is pretty awesome. They also have a really cool toolbox type organizer type thing right here in the red and black, totally my style. I'd love to buy it. It's a great deal. I just have no need for it. I'm at the point where I have so many organizing cases. I'm just using them to contain other organizers. You know what I mean? It's like pointless at this point. I like that style a lot though. Check out this thing. I've never seen anything like this. It's a portable sauna. You can just sit in here. Oh my God, how cool is this? And there's a window having this outside. This is cool as hell. Kind of makes me want to have like a deck or a place I can actually put it, you know. It'd be nice to have a sauna inside the van, but that would just destroy it. This is just cool as hell. I can see myself just hanging out in here for hours. Check this out, yet another hoodie. I just can't resist. I realized I didn't have one of my favorite sports team, the Pats. Getting matching pajama bottoms as well. I think that and the propane is the only stuff I really want from here. Propane, which I use all the time, and some new duds. I did not walk away empty-handed from there. Kind of nice. I gotta do something about all the hoodies I keep accumulating. I'm just addicted to them. Problem with the hoodies is they take up a lot of space. Even when you roll them up and compress them the way I do. I was thinking of building some kind of hoodie rack storage type thing, something lightweight and simple that kind of sits at the foot of my bed, a kind of area that my head or something never is, you know, an unused space. I'll think about that another day. Tonight I think I might go to Walmart next, get something a little more appropriate. Look what's going on, it's a blizzard outside all of a sudden. I'm not too happy about that. I'm just living in fear of black ice on the roads. It's still just barely above freezing right now. and all this stuff on the road is gonna freeze and glaze overnight. I'm so attuned to that because I sleep in, like side of the street or parking lots all the time. And I worry about that sort of thing. All right, there's some time left to shop, so let's get to Walmart. I had thought about going to a mall to shop tonight. The closest are an hour away, Crossgates near Albany or the Holyoke Mall. And I just don't feel like driving when the weather is like this. I could sleep at that Holyoke Cabela's right after. That would be convenient tonight, but I'm just not in the mood for driving. I miss the days of malls, There used to be an awesome one right up here, the Berkshire Mall. I stealth camped there like a couple of months ago. That place was awesome. It's too bad that era seems to be over, being able to do all your shopping in one place. I've just never got into online shopping. I never have. I use Amazon rarely, buy stuff once in a blue moon, but I'm the kind of person that likes to touch and feel and try on anything before I buy it. So yeah, I miss malls. Strip malls is the next best thing. It's amazing how much Grinch merchandise there is nowadays. Like, talk about having your image rehabbed. It's almost like he's a happy-go-lucky symbol of Christmas now. I'm not really seeing anything I need. I did find the matching suit for that sauna, if I ever were to get that thing. I guess this is what you're supposed to wear. I would just be naked, but whatever. What I came to look for is some sort of storage solution for all my hoodies. I'm thinking like a wire mesh type thing, or maybe I can rig something together. I'm just not seeing any deals or like anything I really need, I have so little space, and weight is fuel in van life, so I don't want to accumulate stuff that I don't use. Anything I get, it has to get used, or it cannot be in a van. I am back in the camping aisle. I always seem to gravitate towards here. Maybe I need some sort of canopy light type thing. I don't know. I love all the camping gear at Walmart. They have some decent stuff, mostly Ozark Trail, which is the Walmart brand. But this folding saw right here, this is great. I got this to replace like a hatchet and some big hand saws in my van, and I've used it multiple times. I don't need another one, but I highly recommend this if you're like gonna be in the woods doing camping type stuff. I don't think I need any of this. A cast iron skillet. I did have something like this before. I just found it weighed too much to justify it. Held on the heat for too long. I wish there was something more that I needed from here, but I just really don't. I don't think I've ever spent so long in a Walmart. I just walked around for over 2 hours in there, mostly just to stretch my legs. Like yesterday, when everything was closed, the holiday, times like that are tough when you live in a car, when everything is closed. The winter is hard enough. It's dark out, it's cold, I can't go for a walk in the park. You really miss having a house, just the act of walking from room to room. I can't even do that in here. So I rely on malls, I rely on big box stores. I lean heavily on those in the winter. I just walk around, stretch my legs. Sometimes I buy stuff, sometimes I don't. I did buy some stuff tonight, not a lot, not really blockbuster savings or anything. I got some camping utensils, not a spork, but a knife, a spoon, and a fork. Believe it or not, I've been eating with plastic utensils that I got from, a Dunkin' Donuts or something for over a year now. Pretty bad. A funnel, this is for filling up my glycol reservoir. I was just pouring it in crudely. I don't know why I didn't have a simple funnel in here. It's only 98 cents, so why not? I got some conditioner, toiletries and stuff, shaving cream. And the other thing I got, a waterproof puck light. This is to rectify the last dark problem area in my van, which is my shower. I have a disco ball light in there that kind of tucked in a corner. Doesn't exactly illuminate the space, you can't see yourself under just a disco ball light. The reason I've been avoiding putting lights in there is because it's a shower, water runs in there. I didn't want a circuit that could get wet. This is a puck light, no need for wiring. It also purports to be waterproof. I don't know, we'll see. It was very inexpensive. One of those remote control things with different colors. This should be kind of fun to set up. Right now, we are still having this blizzard tonight. This is a lot more snow than I was expecting. I'm actually running the engine just to defrost the windshield for a little bit. And I think I'm gonna be parking at a business parking lot tonight. Someplace friendly that lets me park there from time to time. Take it easy. Before I do that though, I will do some of these projects. Why not set up this light right here in the Walmart parking lot? Let's see how it works. This spoon and fork combo is a lot cooler than I thought. It actually has a lot of attachments. A bottle opener, a little corkscrew opener. There's a knife in there. Yeah, very cool. And I did not realize it in the box, but they fit together just like this. So you can store it in the drawer. It's like takes up no space. Very cool. I'll enjoy that later. But this is the main reason I want to party tonight. This puck light. So check out what I have done. See how it's all illuminated back there? It's one of those lights you can change the color. I have it set to orange. It came with a suction cup on the back. I did not use the suction cup. I do not have anything smooth enough in here to stick it that way. But I just kind of wedged it beneath this very tight ceiling board type thing, whatever it is you call it, that I built there. This really illuminates this corner from above. I like it a lot. I have an orange light right now, not red. And you must have just seen that drip right there. I thought I saw one the other day, and sure enough, I have a leak up here. This is my skylight that I installed this summer, and there appears to be leakage coming from, where am I looking right here? Where is the camera? Yeah, it's kind of, let me get a better angle here. The water is coming from right here. And that is kind of, I don't know, this is the base of my adapter. It doesn't seem to be leaking from the skylight attachment itself. That right there is all dry. I went around the entire perimeter. I think there is a leak between my adapter and the roof. A leak between my adapter and the roof is the worst possible thing. It's way too late in the year for me to address that, so I'm gonna have to live with it for the winter. I hope nothing progresses, worse than that. But it also means I can't just pop off that skylight and replace another one. I gotta remove that adapter, get underneath of it. I put a ton of screws in there. That's gonna be a huge ass job. Just a headache. How long has it been? I think in a few earlier videos I said that it takes about 3 weeks when everything is fixed in here. That's how long it lasts, that I have peace of mind, until some other huge problem arises. I think that's pretty much what has happened now. This is a huge problem. A leak in my ceiling. That's like the worst possible thing. Oh my God. Yeah. I would do anything for one more Indian summer weekend of just 50, 60 degree weather. I might actually take a stab at that, but no way am I doing that right now. Yeah, that is not cool. It's actually dripping pretty hard right now. There's drops all over the floor, but I'm gonna try not to think about that tonight. I am ready to hit the hay. It's dark, it's late. I'm gonna go to my sleep spot. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, look how much snow there is already on the ground. The snow has stopped, but the ground is wet. It's 30 degrees. All of this is gonna freeze during the night. It's supposed to get down in the mid-20s. The thing about camping at these big box parking lots during a blizzard, during a storm, is they run plows and sanders through there during the night, which at the very least will wake you up. At the worst, they might actually ask you to move so they can plow the place. That's happened to me once. I don't want to deal with that again. I'm going to go somewhere tonight where I'm pretty sure they won't be running a plow through in the middle of the night, or a sander or anything like that. I am safe in my sleep spot, but I am so concerned about this leak. This is the worst possible thing. In a way, this is even worse than when that coil spring snapped up front, because this is just at the start of winter. I'm gonna have to be dealing with this leak for 6 or 7 months before I can realistically fix it. I actually have my little buddy heater going right now in the shower, hoping that the heat will rise to where the skylight is. Maybe melt some of the ice and snow up there, expose the leak a little bit more, so I have more clear understanding about what we're talking about here. But I will not be able to deal with that anytime soon. That sucks. Yeah, like I said, 3 weeks. That's the longest peace of mind I ever get until there's some kind of problem in here. I bought this fan new. This is not a used fan. Well, it's used now, but I bought it new, and I had problems like right away. The windshield wiper motor was breaking. The brakes were giving me problems. I took this back to Ford within 2 weeks after picking it up. So it's been like this since the very beginning. Just problems, they just keep resurfacing when you live in a van. I did get one more cool thing today. This keychain multi tool. Got it at a gas station, but this might be the most useful thing I got today. Got a lot of little screwdriver heads, Phillips heads on it. A bunch of little doodads and stuff. I just have a basic carbine or clip keychain, so this will be fun to organize tomorrow. Yeah, you know, these holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, I know they're all happy and fun and supposed to be like family get-togethers and stuff. I did that last year, but for the first 2 years in this van, I had no plans for Christmas. I was just in here on my own trying to find a place to park. One of those years, the roads were terrible. There was a snowstorm. I could not find a place to park. I could not find a place to stretch my legs. Everything is closed. Yeah, holidays are tough when you live in a vehicle. It's just, there's nowhere to go, you know? Everything is closed. The coffee shops that I rely on, the gym I rely on. I'm glad stuff was open today just for me to stretch my legs. My Black Friday shopping total about $120. That's what I spent today. Mostly on the Patriots hoodie and the pajamas. Speaking of which, I have extra clothes in here. I need to get rid of that stuff. That will have to be another project. There's a bunch of stuff in here. I need to rearrange. Just repackage stuff. Maybe purge some stuff. I might do that this weekend. Thank God it's a weekend. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just like stressed out over this leak. That's going to be dominating my mind all night long. But for now, I'm going to say goodnight. Thanks for watching this adventure. I don't know. Holidays are tough when you live in a car. But I somehow just keep slogging on. Thanks for watching. Peace out.